Joe Castiglione with the call on WEEI.
A young superstar, Alex Bregman. Outfielder step to the right, the pitch. Swinging a line drive, left field. Benintendi coming on, dives, and did he make the catch? He did! He got it! The Red Sox win!
The Red Sox win.
As I just went head over heels in my chair.
Joe just fell down.
Oh, wow, what a catch by Andrew Benintendi.
And Joe Castiglione, the Red Sox broadcaster, kind enough to join us. How you feeling today, Joe?
Very good. I learned to fasten my seatbelt. We talk about fastening your seatbelt saves, and that was one. But it was an absolutely amazing play. And this Red Sox outfield is the best defensive outfield I think baseball's ever seen.
Okay. We'll get to that in a moment. But what happens on the call that you go head over heels?
Well, it was a very tense moment. You know, your body tenses up, and I made the call, and I went to back up in the chair with the wheels on it, and the chair went one way, and I stood where I was, but there was no chair there anymore under me.
But you stayed with the call, Joe.
Simple, but we bounced right back up, and it was a time, as I said. You should always have your seatbelt fastened, especially in tense games like that.
Anything ever happened like that before?
No. That's a first in 36 years of Red Sox baseball. And I've never seen a game end on a catch like that, certainly of this magnitude. And, you know, he was incredible because Josh Reddick made a catch to save 2 or 3 runs in the top of the inning, a very similar play.
If he doesn't make that catch, though, Joe, I get the feeling with 2 outs and Kemp on first is off and running, the Red Sox could have easily lost that game.
If it got by him, certainly, no question about it. But Benny did say that he saw he got jammed a little bit and the ball hung up. And these outfielders are fearless. They have great speed. They have great reaction. He got a very good jump. It wasn't all that high, and it was hooking a little bit away from him. But he just laid out. We've seen him do it time after time. And in the biggest moment, he made the play. And that's the way these young guys have been.
What did you think of the fan interference call initially?
Well, initially I thought that it's fair game when you go into the stands. And it was very hard to tell if a fan reached over the yellow line. There would have been one really good side shot, except the security guy got in the way. But it was a definitive call by Joe West, and the more I see it, the more I think Joe got it right. Mookie told us after the game on our postgame show he definitely would have caught that ball. He really felt that he had it lined up and he would have made the play. And, you know, Dan, it's amazing it was Joe West because he has been involved in so many huge plays in Red Sox history. 2004, he was the umpire at second base when Dave Roberts had the biggest steal in baseball history. In Game 6, there was a line drive by Bellhorn with 2 men on to left field. The left field umpire ruled double. The ball hit the fan in the chest, bounced on the field. Joe West overruled and called it a home run. And then there was the play at first base where A-Rod slapped the ball out of Bronson Arroyo's hand and rolled down the line. And Joe West was the one who overturned the call and ruled A-Rod out for interference. And here he is in another huge Red Sox moment.
He's probably going to get a standing ovation next time he goes to Fenway.
Well, he should. He should. And Joe, you know, he likes to be in the middle of things, and he gets there. He's number 2 in most games umpired all time. But he has a special place with us in New England because he's very generous to the Jimmy Fund. That has really helped us out in our Jimmy Fund radio telethon.
It's also when I don't know of a team that was this good for an entire season that came into the postseason as maybe an underdog, and certainly an underdog, you know, with the Yankees and an underdog here with the Astros. It feels like. How surprised are you that they're sort of not looked at as dominating?
Well, I thought they should have been considered better than the Yankees or the Astros, the defending champions, and that's understandable because they have more seasoned veterans in many ways. But I am surprised that this team that won 108 games wasn't considered the best team in baseball because I went in thinking that they were, and I think it wasn't just by partiality or that of Red Sox Nation because this team has everything. It has power. It has speed. It's the most athletic team we've ever had, and it's the best defensive team. Some of the questions were regarding the bullpen, and the setup guys have just been outstanding this whole series. Ryan Brazier, Matt Barnes, Joe Kelly, and that's been a huge difference in this series.
And now you got David Price. How confident are you, Price, on the road?
Well, I think he's going to spin a beauty here, as our old manager Joe Morgan would say. I think he was ready to pitch last night, and he did get hot. I don't know how much that'll affect him in the bullpen. But I think he can put that behind him and come out and pitch well here. And I think it's a good spot for him. He pitched very well against Houston last year out of the bullpen, 6 2/3 scoreless innings in the division series. And he probably won't go too deep into the game, considering that he did warm up twice last night. And they'll need the bullpen. It's going to be a tough task with Verlander, but I think David can certainly pitch well enough to keep the Red Sox in the game.
Are you going to have a seatbelt on tonight?
I may stand. How about that?
Okay. Joe, thank you for joining us, and good luck tonight.
Well, thank you, Dan. We love your show.
Thank you. That's Joe Castiglione.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.